Hello and welcome to my first ever Path of Titans guide. In today's video, we're going to be covering Carnotaurus. What you can expect from this video is the best Carno build, a small PvP tutorial, survival tips and more. If you like this kind of content, please consider liking and subscribing, as it means I will continue to make it. So you're ready to make your Carno. Okay, let's pick a subspecies. This is the one I prefer, but use whichever one you want. All it changes is how you look. Upon spawning in, you'll notice how fast you are, so you can easily run away. And you also need to know that you barely take any fall damage, so if you're being chased by something that's trying to eat you, don't hesitate to throw yourself off a cliff. And once you hit adolescent, you'll have most of your ability slots unlocked, so you know what that means. It's time for the build. Okay, the way this is going to work is I'll explain the best build, but I'm also going to show you why the abilities are good. So for your sense, you're going to want to pick the stamina regeneration, unless you're fighting apexes, because the acceleration sense is super helpful for high octane tail riding. Here's an example of where I really found the acceleration sense useful. As you can see, I'm basically turning in place and then darting forward at his tail and landing bites that way. Next we're going to equip Headbutt. And something nice about Headbutt is it's actually free. All you have to do is unlock the slot to equip it, and you don't have to spend any marks. For our hide, we're going to be using Tough Scoots. It increases our armor by 15% and it's by far the best choice. Next we're going to equip Charge, and oh my god, Charge is such a nice ability, especially paired with Headbutt. Charge into Headbutt is such a nice combo, I'll show you it right now. This is a replay on one of my ambushes. I charge into him, headbutt him, and he's lost 3/4 of his health instantly. I bite him twice more and the Kentro is dead, just like that. Now Traction, easily the best ability in the game for dinos that benefit from tail riding. But please bear in mind, if you use Traction and the acceleration sense, your stam regen is going to be very low. Now for your tail slot, I personally believe Balanced is the best. I think the turn radius increase is very helpful. Now Berserker. Berserker is a really nice buff called that increases your damage output but also increases your incoming damage, and I think a really underrated way to use this is to use it when you're one tap, because no matter what, if you get hit you're gonna die, so why not boost your damage output. But please note, as of the 19th of January 2024 it is glitched and it doesn't do anything. I'm sure they're working on it, and I'm sure by the time you've watched this video they've already fixed it. And here is how the final build should look. But don't click off just yet, because this guide is nowhere near done. Okay, we're almost done building our Carno, we just need a skin that's going to help. To start with, we have Woodstripe. It's a really nice green skin that blends in perfectly in areas like Birch Woods or Grand Plains or anywhere green. Next we have a woodland skin, Forest Stalker. This is a skin which is more suited to the woody areas, places where there's more brown and green together, and I think this one goes really nicely. And here is the desert themed skin. This is a wood stripe, but instead of green, there's browns equipped. It's really nice as well, it blends in nicely with the desert rocks and desert shrubs. You'll do really well in the desert with this one equipped. Now I'm including this clip to show you why camo skins are so good. 2 Sarahs are on me, I'm low stamina, so what do? I charge away and I realise I'm not going to have enough stam, so I quickly run up here, hide in the bush, and watch what happens. They run right past. They have absolutely no idea because I blend in so well. If I didn't have this skin, I wouldn't have survived, but luckily I did. Okay, it's time for a small PvP tutorial. This will be a broken down 1v1 where I'm explaining my thought process and my moves. I start by charging in, landing big damage. It's an amazing way to start a fight with a charge. What I learned about playing against a Tenno is you need to be aggressive, but at the right time. You can't just run blindly into their tail, but you need to catch them out and all of a sudden be pushing up on them. You'll see it in just a minute. What I'm doing right now is literally just trying to land damage. I'm landing bites whenever I have to, but I'm really going for charges and headbutts. I'm not confident enough yet to take the fight to them. I need to apply a little more bleed. And that's a bit of bleed on now. Now I can run after them. That's 3 bites. That's good bleed. I'm happy to chase after them now. I go in for a charge and I land it. I go in for a headbutt as well, and we know how much damage that does, so we are playing aggressive. Another bite, that's just more bleed. I will keep them running. Right now I know I'm kind of low, so I need to keep them running with that bleed. I'm not giving them time to stop. Even though I'm taking damage from the tail, I need to stay on them. This bleed will be hurting. Another charge, perfectly landed. You gotta predict them with the charges, because the charges are so strong. A Kentro just fell from the sky. I don't know if you saw that, but what you should be seeing is a Tenno on death scars. All I have to do is keep up the chase and they will bleed out. I'm not even really going in for attacks that much. I'm letting the bleed do its thing. I tried to do a bite here, I miss it, that's fine. They run into a rock, one final bite will do it. Now my Carno guide is good. My build is strong and my tips are true, but I can't make you immortal. So if you don't want to end up like this, these are some things I recommend you avoid. Let's start with closed in terrain. Anything that will funnel you directly into your opponent is just a bad idea. And next we have good players using these carnivores. Alright, you can kill a bad player using anything, but if these players are good, they will mess you up. Same with these herbivores. And the reason Iggy is in here, not because it does high bleed, but because what are you gonna do? That back kick will mess you up. You cannot terroride an Iggy, I'm serious. And finally, what I believe to be Carno's biggest counter, Dimetrodon. But honestly, with everything you now know, I think you have a great chance at surviving. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments how you liked this video and what dino you want me to do a video on next. Thank you and goodbye.